What's going on, guys? ImNotMagic here. I realize that this isn't the map pack gameplay and everything. That's what everyone's posting and everyone's into that right now. I just downloaded them and I haven't really had a chance to play them, so I don't have any gameplay on them. So you're just gonna have to deal with the normal maps. I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I am very sorry. But I wanted to tell you guys a pretty sweet story about, I don't even know what to title it. It's like my first time sleeping with a girl, which technically is correct, but I'm assuming that like 99% of you, including myself, would infer from that it's like my first time having sex with a girl, which isn't the case at all. But it's my first time like spending the night with a girl. So I'm gonna preface this video by explaining the relationship I had with this girl. We were mainly just friends. I didn't really think of her as a girlfriend. I don't know why. I just didn't think of her as a girlfriend. And she was attractive and she had a nice body, but I don't know. I can't explain, I cannot explain why I didn't think of her as a girlfriend. I just didn't. And I don't think she thought of me as a boyfriend either. Like, it was just kind of a mutual friendship. However, like once or twice a month, we would kind of step into this friends with benefits deal. And it was interesting because like one day I'd be over her house and we'd be playing like video games or something. She was really into like the Need for Speed games. And so we'd be playing video games. And like the next week I'd be over, we'd be watching a movie, and then all of a sudden we'd start making out. So it was kind of a interesting friendship. But one day she comes up to me, and oh, I forgot to mention, this is in like 7th or 8th grade probably. I would lean more towards 7th grade. So yeah, just so you know. So she comes up to me one day at school, and she's like, hey, my mom's taking me to Disneyland. I wanted to know if you wanted to come with me. And so I'm thinking, yeah, Disneyland with a friend, that sounds like a lot of fun. And she's like, oh, we're actually going to be spending the night there. And now I'm thinking, okay, so Disneyland with a friends with benefits. That sounds awesome. I immediately was just like, we're spending the night, let's be friends with benefits right now. This is a good time. If we're only going to do it once a month, this is like a good time to be friends with benefits. And before this, I hadn't really done too much with a girl. Like, I'd made out with a few girls and stuff. But nothing over the top. So keep in mind, I'm in 7th grade, 7th or 8th grade. I'm pretty sure it was 7th grade, so I'm just gonna roll with that for the rest of the video. And so I don't know how many of you guys have actually been to like the Southern California Disneyland, but the actual Disneyland theme park has like 1 or 2 hotels, probably more than that actually. But they have like a few hotels on the actual property, and then just scattered around Disneyland is just tons of hotels. So our hotel was like 5 or 6 blocks away from the actual theme park, walking distance for sure. And it was funny how our hotel worked, because it was like the ghetto rooms, like no joke, like ghetto rooms were at the bottom, and then it got like into these like pretty nice rooms, nicer and nicer as like the stories progressed. And like the very top room was like a presidential suite, I guess, which spoiler alert, we did not get. Sad. But and it's funny because this mom's like loaded too, so I don't know why she didn't just get the presidential suite, because the presidential suite, because that would have been sweet. It would have been sweet. Anyways, so we get to the front desk. She's like sorting everything out with the front desk guy, and the dude hands us 2 keys, and they're like the credit card keys that you like swipe through the door to unlock it. And the mom kind of gives him a weird look, like, why are you giving us? Is like one of these a spare key? Like, why are we getting 2 keys? And he's like, oh, well, you booked 2 rooms. And she's like, well, how does that work? Because I'm here with my daughter and her friend. Like, how are we going to stay in 2 rooms? Like, that doesn't work. And so the guy's like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. We're completely booked up unless you want one of these lower end rooms. Wow, my phone is going off right now. I'm getting blown up. All right, sorry. Hang on. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So the guy's like, you could get one of these lower end rooms. But the mom, being like kind of the extravagant person she is, she's like, all right, fine, 2 rooms will be fine. So she turns to us, she's just like, all right, so I guess it's gonna be me and my daughter in one room, and Drew, you're gonna be in the other room. And I kind of guilt trip her, like, oh, you're gonna put me in a room by myself. And the daughter's just like, oh, mom will be fine, just let us stay in a room together. And so the mom's just thinking probably like, oh, these 7th graders, I probably shouldn't even worry about it. So we convinced her to let us stay in a room together. And as we're getting to our room, she's just like, I expect you guys to behave. Now, I don't know whether she meant, like, behave as in maturely, like, don't, like, make a mess, don't call room service a bunch, be mature, or behave as in don't get my daughter pregnant. So I didn't know which way to take that, but she said behave, so I was probably going to behave. Anyways, so we're gonna skip to the night. We actually go to Disneyland and then come back, and so now it's nighttime. I'm stoked. This is like the moment I've been waiting for, and so we're getting settled into our room, and we hear this knock on our door, and the girl gets up to answer it, and I was kind of hoping it would be room service. I don't know. I guess I was hungry. It was the mom, and she's just like, the key to my room's not working. I can't get in. I'm gonna go to the front desk real quick. I'll be right back. And I'm thinking, okay, bye. You're like in the way. I'm trying to make out with your daughter. And so the girl comes back to the way the room worked. It was like a kitchen, like not even a kitchen. It was like a fucking fridge, a couch, TV, and then there was like a separate room that just had a bed in it, like nothing else. And then there's a bathroom to the side of the living room. So we're on the couch. We're sitting there. We're watching like some TV show. I have my arm around her at this point. Her head's kind of like on my chest, like nestled up against me. Pretty sweet. And of course, right when like that happens, we hear a knock on the door again, and I'm just like, this mom is really cock blocking me right now. I'm not liking it. And I tell the girl, I'm just like, you know what, we should just pretend like we're not even here. I mean, maybe she'll just like stop bugging us. The girl kind of just laughs. Obviously, I said it as a joke. She gets up and she answers the door. Obviously, it's her mom. The mom says that when she got to the front desk, they said that the maid, when she was cleaning it, found a bunch of, I don't know if it was like cockroaches or termites or something, some gross insect. And so they either offered her one of these lower end rooms or something like that. This is a really extravagant mom, I guess you could say. So she wasn't gonna live in one of the ghetto hotel rooms. I don't blame her. And I guess she just mentioned that she already had a second room with her daughter and her friend, so she was just gonna stay there, which was fantastic. So she's just like, all right, I'm gonna stay in your room tonight. And so the way she's all right, I should say it like this. Once we're actually ready to go to bed, she kind of arranges the sleeping situation, and she says, all right, myself and my daughter will sleep in this bed, and Drew, you could take the couch in the living room. And I'm just like, fuck my life. I kind of wanted to sleep with your daughter because I wanted to like do certain things with her. Like I said, I'm in 7th grade. It's not like I was like running to the convenience store to buy condoms or anything. Like I wasn't gonna actually have sex, even though I thought I had the balls to have sex. I probably didn't at that age. So it was probably gonna be more just like, I don't know. What do 7th graders do? 7th graders probably have sex now. I don't even know. Anyways, so she just like that's how it's gonna work, and I just kind of went along with it. You know, I'm a guest. I can't really argue. And so I'm sleeping on the couch, and I wake up like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I see the kitchen light on. And like I said, it's not even a kitchen, but I see the girl there. She's like has a glass of water. She's drinking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to wake you." I'm just like, oh, it's fine, you can't sleep or something? She's like, yeah, I don't know, it's just weird sleeping with my mom. She's like, I don't know, I kind of just wish I was with you in bed. And I was just like, yeah, me too. Your mom kind of cock blocked us. And she comes and sits down on the couch, and we just kind of talk for a little bit. And finally she's just like, you know what, I don't really feel like getting up. I think I'm just going to fall asleep here. So the video does have a nice ending because we end up like just cuddling on the couch, which really was meant for like one person, but you know, we made it work. And we slept for like 4 hours there. And you know, I think I need to give the mom a little bit more credit because I feel like in this video I kind of portray her as being like this cock blocky, like mean mom. I mean, she was a cock block for sure, but she was super laid back, super chill. I had a really good relationship with her actually as our friendship progressed. And she woke up the next morning. She woke us both up, and I guess she kind of just assumed that eventually the girl would wake up and just come over to the couch with me anyways. So yeah, that is my story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to rate it because, I don't know, this was a fun commentary to make, so I really do hope you guys enjoy it. Leave comments too, I love comments. And this is like a 9-minute video, so if you guys are watching it right now, shout out to you because that's awesome. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Alright, peace.